Hi guys! Welcome to the briefing for this first stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We don't have what it takes to be in the final sprint. If we want to make a showing, we'll have to be in the early breakaway. Have a good stage.
Hello everyone and welcome to Corsica. The first stage, short and trouble-free, should end with a sprint. The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees. Things are livening up at the head of the peloton. The only climb of the day will earn 1 point of the mountain standings.
You are 2 kilometers from the top.
Things are livening up at the head of the peloton. Attempt at a counter-attack.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced.
Counter-attack attempt?
It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton.
A good ruler, he doesn't really have a strong point that would scare opponents.
Don't let the counterattack catch up. The peloton won't let such a large group get away.
He's a puncher, at home on hilly terrain. A good puncher and a good ruler. He must finish alone in order to win because the sprint is a real weakness with him. His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
Guys, at the beginning of this tour, the sprinters will not allow breakaways. If there are more than 5 or 6 riders in front, the sprinters will get their teammates to ride. The others are fed up because you're not making enough effort. They'll no doubt try and drop you. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Looks like he's got his team riding to catch up with the counterattack. I'm not sure that it's worth you continuing your exertions. Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up. There are riders in trouble behind. They should be able to catch up if the tempo drops. His teammates are accelerating. He's no doubt asked them to reel in the counterattack to avoid too big a breakaway.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Lâchez rien! Lâchez rien!
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
If you continue at this rate, you'll explode.
Plus vite! Bravo! Allez, allez! Plus vite! Ouais! On y croit, allez! Allez, allez! Allez, 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 allez! Hop, 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 allez! Continue comme ça!
Last time checked with a breakaway. 1 minute. A true sprinter who's not too bad in the short climbs. Beware of him in the sprint. He's a teammate without ambitions for the overall standings.
His teammates are managing the time gap to allow you no more of a lead, probably with their eye on the overall standings.
Bravo, les gars!
He can ride all day long on the flat. It would be hard to say that he's in his element on short climbs or sprints.
Allez, le gros!
If he wants to take points for the polka dot jersey, he must break away.
Bravo, les gars!
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
Continuez comme ça!
You'll have to up the pace. His team is moving into the driving seat behind.
Bravo les gars. Bravo les gars. Vas-y les gars. Ouais, vas-y. Ouais. Courage, on continue. Allez les gars, courage. Je fais rien. Et voilà. Allez les gars. Oh le courage, on continue les gars. On est là les gars. Allez, allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars. Allez les gars, courage. Allez les gars. Allez les gars, courage.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez, continuez comme ça. Lâche rien. Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Continuez comme ça. Allez, plus vite.
The peloton is 1 minute 30 behind you.
Les gars, courage.
As we approach the intermediate sprint, a little reminder of the rules. The first 15 score points. The first will pocket 20 points.
Allez les gars, allez, go, go, go. Allez.
Guys, the intermediate sprint will be contested on a descending false flat just after a short climb. Don't step on the pedal too soon.
There's another attack at the head of the peloton.
You're 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The peloton is 1 minute away.
He's the best sprinter in the group. Take his wheel if you want to score some points.
Allez les gars.
Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace.
The breakaway is losing ground.
Continuez comme ça les gars.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite. Continue.
is the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The riders are now entering the feed zone. We'll be able to pick up something to eat.
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. The peloton is starting to ride behind you. It looks like he doesn't want yet another rider at the head of the race.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. He's a relatively complete puncher without major strong or weak points. A good ruler with not too bad a punch. He should still try to get away before the finish because he's not so fast in a sprint.
Courage.
Et voilà!
His teammates are leading the chase at the head of the peloton. His intentions seem clear. Win in a sprint.
Lâchez rien.
Your opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Allez les gars, courage! Allez, plus vite, plus vite! On continue comme ça!
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars, courage!
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars! Allez les gars!
Allez les gars. On continue comme ça. Continue les gars. Courage.
Continue! Allez les gars! Bravo les gars! Allez les gars! Ouais! Hop! Hop! Allez! Les voilà! Allez, continue comme ça! Continue comme ça.
You're not doing your share of the work, and so the others no longer want to ride. Anyway, we're into the final kilometers. We can forget any ideas of cooperation.
Allez les gars,
Another 20 kilometers to go before knowing the name of the winner.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Allez, on y va. Vite. Allez les gars.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
Continuez comme ça.
The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers. The last kilometers are winding. You'll have to be well placed to avoid being caught out.
Allez les gars.
10 kilometers from the finish, guys. Stay well positioned to avoid falls. Watch the demeanor of the other sprinters to know when to launch your sprint. If you start too soon, you will be unable to continue your effort to the line. If you start too late, you will not have time to work your way to the front. Collective fall. It may create gaps. Our leader has fallen. He needs help right away so he doesn't lose time on the overall standings. He's just fallen. That may cost him some time in the overall standings.
5 kilometers. The breakaway should hold out to the end. The peloton won't have managed to catch up before the finish line. There's movement at the head of the peloton.
Allez, courage les gars.
The red pennant is in sight to the front of the race. The peloton is 1 minute away.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up.
We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. We could have hoped for a better start, but it doesn't matter. We'll have other chances to do better. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. Today there's a short time trial on the program. Unsurprisingly, an excellent rouleur should claim victory. Let's be clear, our chances of getting into the top 10 are slim. Try to limit the damage.